Here's that bottom bracket for the bifold door. See all those little notches in there? There's definite little notches there. And on the bottom of the bifold door, there's little notches, and I'll show you that. There's little notches on there. So when you put it in there, if you need to adjust it and have the door closer to this wall, you can lift it up and kind of slide it over. Then once that little nib fits in there, it's not going to move. That's what that's for. So if you need to slide it this way, you lift up on the bifold door just a little bit, move it over, set it back down. That way, lift it up, move it over, set it back down. That's how you adjust the bottom. Here's the bottom of the bifold door. See that thing sticking out of there? That right there. See, it's got threads on it. This has threads on it so you can screw it in to lower the door, or you can unscrew it to raise the door. And see all those little nibs on here? This thing here? This is the part that fits into that bottom bracket. And that's why all these notches are there, to fit exactly where you have it. So wherever you have that unscrewed, then that drops down in there. Then to adjust it, you raise the whole door. You just get your hand here and lift up on it. Okay, I'm not going to adjust that now because it's pretty much adjusted. But see, there's a hole here too. There's two parts of this bifold door. And they have this one too, because if you wanted the door to open up the other way, you would take this. This comes in a package with the door. And it's got a plastic sleeve that you tap in. So you want to make sure that if you want the door to open the other way, you put it in there. So you got to think about your project. You know, if you're installing a brand new bifold door, let's say, that'll be on a different video, not this one. I'm just showing you how to take it out, take the bifold door out, and how to reinstall it. Okay, so there's your bottom bracket adjustment that fits. That's the rod that fits into your little bracket on the floor. Okay, so I gently check this out, and it's hitting down there, so I know that bottom's got to go over. Okay, so I've got to lift that up. I lift that up. I just have to get down here. Top is on a spring-loaded little foot, remember? So I got to get down here and lift this up just a little and try to push it over. And it clicks into there, and it's kind of hard because I hardly have any gap up there. So I just need a little bit, and I moved it over a little bit. Now I'm going to see. I have to check to make sure that's still in the hole, because sometimes when you do that, it might pop out of the hole. So make sure you got it just right. Okay, now I can close it. I can check it and look at it. And if anything, I might have gone just barely too far. Some openings are different than others, so you want to make sure you just double check things out. Okay, so I'm going to move this over just a hair back towards me. And when you do it, there, come on, make sure it sets back down there. The first time when you do that, make sure you're careful, because if you get it pushed up too far, when you go to open this door, you could start having this rub your wall and gouge your wall. Okay, so now I'm going to check that. And that looks pretty good. Now, I could do it just ever so tight, more up against this wall. Lots of times it's nice to have it fairly snug there. So when it's about like that, it's just barely touching the wall. So as you push this in, this wall helps hold this. But I just painted this wall. So I don't want this to start hitting that and rubbing off the paint. If you look at your bifold doors, and if it's tight up against the wall right here, you'll probably see, oh yeah, it's too tight, so all rubbed off there. So before I painted here, I had to patch this whole area in here because it was all gouged up from the last person who didn't have the door adjusted properly.